Hi, it's me again with Corel tips and tricks. Somebody sent me a photograph, not this one, asked that I not use the photograph, but they want to make it fuzzier and make the young person stand out. Now, I picked one. This is my grandson. It's a little fuzzy to begin with, but that won't really matter. So we're going to, if you look, that's pretty fuzzy. And I messed up on his shoe, but we're going to fix that. So one thing you want to do is don't nudge anything. And we're going to set our nudge factor 10 inches. And we're going to make a duplicate of that and move it over. I always take this one now to trace the bitmap, outline trace clip art. And this is really kind of two things in one lesson. It's going to teach you how to make this fuzzy, but it's going to teach you how to possibly trace this anyway. Now I should have reduced the picture in size because it's going to take just a little bit of time to trace it, but it does a pretty good job. And there's a couple of tricks to this picture. It might help you with another picture in the future. It seems like once it goes to 50, then it starts going real fast. Then just say okay and move it over. A lot of people are going to say, well, why didn't you remove the background? You can't really remove the background in this case because it's just all background. It's not like white. I'm going to go to Object Group and ungroup it. And if you will hold down your Alt key, anything it touched, it's going to take that color away. Now, I'm not holding down the Alt key now because I don't want to take down his helmet. Now, this is where I messed up on his shoe earlier. You can see it looks like his shoe should extend out, but it doesn't because it's facing the other direction. That's part of his shoe. So what we're going to do, we'll go with that. Now I'm going to get rid of that center and that between his arms. Now what I want to do is take this whole thing and I'm going to left click, right click and just make it an outline. Now what I need to do is stop anything that's going to leak. And I like using the 3-point curve line. See, the only leak is like right there, but I'm going to just extend that down. And I'm using the 3-point curve line. I don't have to, but something like this, who really knows what it really looks like? So give it a little bit of bump. And I could have gone the entire way. So we got that done. Let's look at his leg. There's no leak there. A little bit of leak here. What I call a leak is when we fill it in with the Smart Fill tool, it's going to get inside that cavity. And let's go ahead and let's just go around his body like, okay, that's not really a particular leak, but it's going to, that's his hand going into his mitt. You just need to do, we need to do the outside and the inside of that hole between his legs, between his arms. And it would probably be easier with the 2-point line, but you don't have to curve it. You can just click on it, it'll curve. And, whoop. Helmet looks, there's a part of his shoulder. And almost every time you trace something, see, I'm going to use a 3-point curve line to kind of dip that down. Every time you trace it, it's going to be a little bit different than time before. These leaks in here do not matter. That's not really a leak. I could fix that. And if I was really doing it for myself for this picture, I might put a line across there. I can't tell really what That looks good. Now the only thing, and I see some matter right here, I'm going to delete. Now I'm going to try to do a little better job on the shoe, because the shoe actually, I would think it needs to come this way, but it doesn't, because it's just the direction. So we're going to start right here, and you can always adjust this later. I'm just trying to keep it. So on here, I'm going to go and see the shoe. This is like the toe of a shoe, so it's really good. Now what we need to do is take a rectangle. Now becomes, to me, the fun part. Take the Smart Fill tool and fill that in and nudge it over and look at it. It looks pretty good. We got some, well, that's actually his hand. Then fill that in. And then let's change colors. We don't have to. Now fill this in. And we have our little man. So, and this is one reason I decided to make the video, because this is pretty cool. We're going to make a duplicate of that man and move him up. But what we're going to do first, we're going to intersect him. And now we have a good, pretty good clean cutout of that young man. Then while this is here, I'm going to select both, and I'm going to go to trim. And what trim did, it took him completely out of the picture. Now, so must have had a little bit of leak, but that's okay. Take this and go to effects, and you could do different kinds of blurs, but I always use Gaussian blur. And we're just going to blur it up a little bit more. Now, when we bring the young man back into the picture, he's got a little glow around him because of the blur. But is that a bad thing? You know, you got a little highlight. There's other things we could try. Let's back up here. And before we blurred, let's try this. Let's try the color eyedropper tool and get a sample there. Okay, it's not going to let me fill him in. Wonder if it's going to let me fill in this. No. Tell you what, let's go to the Smart Fills tool, see if the Smart Fill will allow us to do that. Now we might not have, let's group this together. I really like the blur, but if they do not like the blur, let me zoom in here. And I'm not saying this is the way to do it, but it's just an idea. And you might want to try a zoom blur. That's actually probably too much. Now bring our man back in. Okay, we created it later, so we need to go to Object Order Front of Page. That's pretty amazing. I like the idea and the concept. Man, that's cool. If you wanted a blurry picture, to make him just pop out, and this might even be a good one if there were two people in it, and just take out the one. Anyway, that was kind of fun. Hope that helped. Thank you for watching.